So, we're still on the 2009 track. I went there. Bear with her. Pronoun. Oh, she's a mole. The old dude with kids called her Weasel. If I'm Liz Weasley, then what do I care? So 2009, I registered for 4 classes, 4 curriculum courses, and 2 electives. Although it was suggested that I take 1 language, the language that I selected wasn't available for me. So the language that I was enrolled in, it was like a special class. It was Japanese. Not too many people were familiar, speaking from experience, with the language. So personally, I was really nervous about enrolling it because 2006, bear with me, Japanese. That's a freshman. And anywho, aside from that, I did do summer sports participation, and the freshmen were allowed to participate in 1 sports activity. So I would decide between tennis and soccer. I was new to both, but I decided to try, and it was fairly doable. Again, bear with me. I could do the basic tennis moves, the swing, the grip. The pivot wasn't so bad, but the jogging back and forth from line to line like it was a suicide line, wheezy. From there, the summer participation wasn't as brutal. The team leaders, they would provide snacks. So although we're conditioning in a gymnasium, the AC is running, the doors are open, it's ventilated, the snacks were like the most important part because that's when everybody comes back together, does the group huddle, and collaborates on effective team plays. So again, like I said, I never played tennis, but I was willing to participate and learn the game. And the coach was there the first week, but they didn't really have time to issue out specific rules to it. So you sort of had to get in the jump, not the broom. So bear with me as I get in the jump and sort of figure out the game as you're practicing, conditioning, and participating with other new team members. It was really exciting, she said. Her said. Carry the hearse. And then in 2006, I would always visit the high school because I would watch people participate. And in 2006, the high school that I went to, they didn't have a sports area. So a lot of the sports would be practiced at another high school in the area. So the community sports participation was sort of grouped together. Not to say there's like multi-agency coordination, but there was a lot of factors to coordinate between which sports, Frosh-Soft, JV, or V were able to practice on what court for what specifics. So there was a lot of schedule coordinating, a lot of communication, which is ideal, especially for a high school environment. Bear with me. So aside from tennis, the other sport that I got into, soccer, 2008. Graduate. (2006) graduate. The sport that I got into, that was volleyball. Volleyball, I had watched the sport, so again, I knew how to play. I knew what positions to focus on, how to get around the court, the 6 various positions, when to switch with other teammates because you're getting fatigue. It was fairly simple, and again, it was over summer, so the practice and participation wasn't guided by the head coach. It was guided by other leaders, by former classmates that graduated from the institution. And again, it's a public educational institution, so a lot of people are focused on volunteering after they graduate, and it's sort of like a tight-knit community and keeps the community network small as people volunteer their time and their efforts. So that was 2009 summer sports, tennis, soccer, volleyball. It was really great. It kept me active, I stayed hydrated, a lot of Gatorade, obviously. So that's that. I was looking at pictures in the yearbook and the sports that I played and the jersey that I wore. There was me and this other girl. It was with tennis, and it straight up had like verses. She had the number 3-3 and I had the number 3-2. And the way they put the pictures in the yearbook, it looks like their elbows frame the whole picture. And it was really cute because the girl that I played tennis with, I had known obviously from 2009. No, obviously from 2007. It's a public education institution. But I had known them since 2003. So the narrative that the yearbook creates, it's a little cynical. I mean comical. But then again, that's just plain old tennis. So you get in the groove.